I think that's selling, I ain't care about me. I'm deep in this green, I swear that I don't want it. I'm deep in this green, I swear that I don't want it. I pray the Lord protect the path I'm going. I pray the Lord protect the path I'm going.
Hey y'all, I'm back with another video, and today's video is gonna be kind of sad because it's about to be about my mom passing. So yeah, I'm doing a story time on how my mom, died. But so let me start off with, like, I know my mom my whole life, and I'm the oldest, so I understand more. So, like, I noticed a difference in my mom, and she started acting weird. But at first, like, she was good condition. She was just in and out the hospital. She was in and out the hospital, but she was like, it was like little visits. Like, she was okay, but come to find, like, she was the type that keep to herself, so ain't nobody really knows what was going on. So we're okay, we're having a good time, like, but we're fussing and fighting, of course. You know how moms and daughters are, especially the oldest ones. So it's like the same, it's no difference right now. So she, like, when she gets sick or like a little virus or something, she'll go to the hospital, and like, she'll get checked out or whatever, and then she'll come home in 2 or 3 days. So I'm like, okay. And then I check up on her. Like, I'll ask her, like, are you okay? You need anything? Da da da. So then, yeah. And she was like, she's fine. So I was like, okay. And meanwhile, before she met her old boyfriend, she wasn't doing none of this drinking, none of that. Like, she was fine. But once she met her old boyfriend, her old boyfriend, like her recent boyfriend, once she met him, he was putting her through so much stress. Like, so much stress. And then she started, drinking heavily. And she started drinking and going through a lot, like, and so I was like, I started helping her out. Well, I've been helping her, but I started helping her out way more and stuff, because I understand my bad, I was looking back there, but I understand, like, she was going through something, and like, she was under so much stress, worrying about everything and this and that. So, like, I'm like, as a daughter, I'm there for her and all this other stuff. So meanwhile, nobody knew how sick she was. So one day I left for a couple days because me and her got into a big argument. So I thought the best thing to do was leave. And so I left, and I went over to my cousin's house for a couple days. And she kept calling me, and of course I wasn't answering, but that was a bad idea. So I wasn't answering. But then it was just one time she called me the last day, like, I was about to go home. Well, I wasn't about to go home, but she wanted me to come home because she said she had to go to the hospital. So yeah, the one time she called me, and it made me think, like, pick up. Like, there's probably something wrong. So I was like, I'm gonna just pick up. So I picked up, and she was telling me that she didn't feel good. She was crying, and she was saying that she needed me to come over to the house and she wanted me to watch my brother and sister because she was going to the hospital. So I was like, okay. I just went over there and yeah, so I just went over there and then she looked it so bad. Like, I swear, once I got over there, she looked it so bad. Like, and then, like, I saw a difference. Like, she stopped getting her hair done. She stopped getting dressed, going out. She didn't have a job. Like, I was like, that's not my mom at all. It's not. And her boyfriend wasn't helping her, wasn't being there, but he was being there supporting her habit of drinking. And that's what was making me mad. Like, don't sit there and support her habit when you know she got a problem and she's getting sick from it. And I said, I'm not about to lose my mom over no drinking problem or this and that. I was trying to get her help, but I couldn't. But I didn't know how sick she was. So, yeah, I started seeing a big difference in her. Like, she stayed in the bed and all that. And so I'm like, okay, that's not like my mom. My mom used to stay with a job, stay in the shower, stay dressed, stay hair done, all that. And I'm like, I'm just thinking, like, what's wrong? Like, I'm starting to think, like, what's wrong? And she went to the hospital and we stayed home for a couple days, and I didn't want to see her like that. So me, I stayed back. I didn't want to see her like that. So then that's when her boyfriend wanted to say, oh, you want to come to the hospital, da 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 da. And so I was like, no, I don't want to come because I don't want to see her like that. And like, I can't, it's going to be too hard for me to see my mom like that. Like, And then he just like the past couple days she was in there, not like I wasn't hearing nothing but bad news, and like it's crazy because like I don't know, me, I don't know if he was just like, I didn't know if he was just trying to say, like, he was just trying to say it just to make me mad or something. But like, at first I wasn't believing it. I was like, okay, she might be getting better. I'm not going to listen to you. She might be getting better. But then he, like, I went over my mom's friends or whatever, and like that same day my mom was in the hospital and they said that she wasn't doing nothing but getting worse. So I went to my mom's friends or whatever, and I couldn't sleep. Like, I was like, something's on my mind. So I was like, something ain't right. Something ain't right. So I was just thinking, like, something ain't right. Like, I keep saying it, but for real, like, something wasn't right. Like, it was just in my head, like, something ain't right, something ain't right. So I was like, let me text him and ask him, is everything okay? So I was like, I texted him and I said, is everything okay? So he gonna start sending me pictures of my mom hooked up to all this stuff. And then, like, I was like, why are you doing that? Like, you know I'm going through it already. Like, my mom, like, my mom is dang near on her deathbed. Like, what is you sitting there sending me pictures for? So I'm like, can you not send me pictures of my mom like that? Because it's going to make it even harder on me and bring back memories of her like that. And I don't want to see her like that. And I don't want to remember her like that. So he sent 2 pictures. So I'm like, what's wrong with you? Like, I'm like, what's wrong with you? And so he's like, they said your mom got 2 days to live, da da da. And I'm like, I'm losing it because that's my mother. Like, that's somebody that birthed me. Like, of course I'm going to take it hard. Like, I'm over here crying and I'm over here taking it hard. Of course, like, I was just losing it. That night I was losing it. So he was like, they said she have 2 days to live. So I'm like, okay, like, what is the cause of it? Like, and they said liver failure. I mean, yeah, liver failure, and everything in her was shutting down and this and that. Like, they said she wasn't going to make it. And then after that, he gonna text me talking about, they changed it. They said that she might not live through the night. That hit me so hard. So hard. Cause that's really like, y'all don't even know. I lost it. That's when I lost it. They said she's getting worse. Like, he just kept texting me and telling me she's getting worse. Okay, I know that. Like, I couldn't do nothing about that, like, right then and there. I couldn't do nothing about that. So they was like, she's unconscious and this and that. I was like, asked them, is there anything they can do? So he asked them or whatever, and my cousin called, and she said that they said her heart was too weak to give her a new liver or whatever. So I'm like, what? Like, that's crazy, because I can't do nothing about it, and I feel bad. And then she was like, I can't take it, and this and that, I can't take it. So I was like, I'm her daughter. You think I'm not taking it hard? Like, for real. So we hung up or whatever, and then that's when he calling me, yelling, and, oh, you ain't go see your mom, your mom's gone, and they just rushed in here, tried to do CPR and all that other stuff, shock her and all that, and they couldn't do nothing about it. She's gone. And I'm like, you ain't gotta call me and tell me it like that. You ain't have to tell me it like that. And then I was like, I do not want to see my mom on her last days. I do not want to see my mom on her last days. Like, do not sit there and yell at me because I didn't want to see my mom like that. Like, she's gone. I do not want to remember her in the hospital, hooked up to all these cords. And then he gonna send me 2 more pictures of her dead. Like, for real. Be real. What's wrong with you? Like, and I don't like him till this day. Still trying to call me. Don't call me. Like, for real. Don't call me. He's annoying. But yeah. And then, then after that, we went to her funeral and stuff. And yeah, that's basically all. And then they called my grandma and them and told them that she passed. There's nothing they could do about it, and this and all that. So that's the day that I lost it. When I lost my mom, I lost everything. So that's really all. Like, that's the story time on my mom being gone and stuff like that. So yeah, it's a sad story, but this was 4 months ago. So I'm like trying to make peace of it. I know I'm never going to be okay, but I'm just trying to stay strong for her and trying to do everything for her. So yeah, that's really the end of my video, and I'll catch y'all next time. Love y'all.